fun, spill drinks, we learn, we link, push back, pull close, we bend, don't break. Buttertown, hand to hand, we got your back, we make our stand. Laugh at the pain, rise with a band, brothers, sisters, all the fam. Buttertown, doors are wide, open mind, so come inside. Clap on two, stomp on four, this is what the song is for. This is what the song is for. Buttertown, forever, together. Grab a drink, pull up a seat. Welcome to Buttertown. Welcome to Buttertown.
Would you pay more money to get rid of advertising?
See, but that's the thing is if you pay more money one time, then they're just going to keep coming back to you and being like, oh, well, we introduced this new plan called ultra good. And now you only get to have one commercial. It's like, well, no, I'm paying to have no commercials. Why should I pay more to have only one commercial?
Well, so to go back to like streaming and stuff like that. Like streaming's cool because you get like so many options, right? But like, what about quality? Like, what is there like a like Jay's Criterion edition? Like, I need these films, and then I don't really need more. I remember when I was in the military, and even when I got out of the military, like I didn't have television. I didn't have the streaming didn't exist. Netflix didn't exist. And I just carried around the movies that I really, really liked. And like, I sold movies if I had to pay rent. Things got whittled down. I had hundreds of movies that got whittled down to not many. Yeah. And there's like a handful of things that I know I can't really, you can't get anymore.
There's a lot of shit that's not available. When VHS came out, everything came out on VHS because it was so goddamn cheap. And then DVD came out and it was respectively not as cheap to produce, but it was still cheap. And then, that now you're going to like streaming and Blu-ray. And the big problem with this is like, it's not even like that the movie was cheap to produce or like easy to get out there. The problem is like there's licenses involved and like these old contracts that said you can go to VHS, but it didn't look forward to the next elements like streaming or things like that. So like there's a ton of fucking movies and TV shows like Gargoyles, the Disney show, the Disney cartoon show. People have been wanting that for fucking years, but because it wasn't in the original contracts about the fucking music.
Have you ever? So I'm back on my diet again.
Are you like full?
Yeah, I'm full on it again. Back on the diet.
Please don't go as far as you did last time.
Doing like the no sugar and everything right now. But like you get like right now I'm. Like I feel a little run down. I'm getting like my hangover from having the sugar out of the system and stuff like that.
How long have you been on it?
I started Sunday, but like we still had food in the house to get rid of, and we don't like to throw it away. So I had some crap yesterday. So technically, I'm starting again today.
Okay.
And I gotta go 10 days of like super clean, but it like removes all the shit out of the body. Have you ever done like a media version of that of like 10 days of nothing?
Yes.
How did you feel?
Not by choice.
How did you feel?
Lackluster. Like the more you go without it. By the way, this is an excellent fucking question. I've never like thought about this in detail. The longer you go without it, the less you actually want anything. Like the more you take in media wise, the more you're looking for the next thing.
You got to get that dopamine.
You got to get that dopamine hit, right?
Yeah.
Like a new show comes out. I watch the whole show. I fucking love it. I'm super excited, but I need that next thing. If I go like a week or two without watching anything, and that's not super common, but it's happened, where either I'm just like way too busy or life got in the way, I've never done it on purpose. I've never said, I'm not going to watch anything, because that's my Bible right there. That's my religion. Entertainment is not just what I enjoy. It's what I love and strive to create all the time.
You ever like regress a bit and like maybe go to, instead of watching video, maybe listen to something, or even just go back to reading, or, as far as content creation, going manual again. Yeah.
Hilda and I, for our business, we just had like a big fucking powwow yesterday, mapping out what we what we need to do moving forward, because we both believe social media is dying in the form of like what it once was. Like it's going so hyper technocrat right now.
I feel like I'm unplugging from it, and I just don't want to. There's nobody I really want to interact with.
Yeah, no, it's really not. Like we've gotten so divided and poisoned by all the shit that's happening, and whether that poisoning is good or bad. Like the poisoning could be good, where you're finding a community that you didn't have before, but the problem is now you're inundating yourself with that echo chamber that we talked about before, where it's like, the more you look at this one topic, the more you're just going to be fed that one topic. All the algorithms right now are just, they're designed to sell you on X, on this one thing, whether that be marketing aspects or just funneling just this information and shielding everything else from you, or, the idea is just to harvest data. And that is crushing, especially for what I do for a living. Like, I want businesses to thrive. Like, that's like my goal. I want people's dreams to come alive. But I'm also a part of a system that is driving people to this algorithm-based shit where the people I'm helping are no longer really in the process of being helped or helping other people. They're literally just feeding the masses for all this money and information and data to be funneled upstream to these owners of these platforms.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit. Like, what social media was beautiful about was we were connecting with real people in a form that they wanted. And now we're like, just like streaming, we're going right back to television rules.
What would you do marketing wise? How do you pull back in marketing and still work? Go back to billboards?
Well,
Go back to signs on the road?
no, I don't want that.
Pamphlets?
What we're doing is we are going to be doing less physical out. Like, we're not going to be spending money on pamphlets or trifolds or things like that. It's like, we're going to be like, hey, we're going to be at this coffee shop for these 4 hours. If you want to come and talk about anything, you don't even have to talk about business. If you just want to get out of your house and talk to someone who's human about anything, this is where we're going to be here. And we honestly believe that it's the human connection that is going to outlast anything else.
That's interesting. Have you ever maybe marketing would be at least like the direction you guys are going. Investing in work share spaces where you can have like communities of people, but like you're the owner of the place though. If you could buy the place and have people come and and in that way, like you're the platform and people would go to your place and you can help them while they're there.
I mean, this is happening a lot. There's quite a few places like this.
That one place I was telling you that I used to work at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place is
That's huge,
amazing.
Huge
the
place.
mall.
Yeah, well, it was a city. It was a city for AT&T.
I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. But then my problem with that is that, well, now you're excluding everybody else from that, because now you're in like this little micro community. But then again, I mean,
yeah, but like, are you really helping anybody if you're helping everybody?
No, of course not. No.
That's why, like,
I never want to shotgun anything.
But I mean, that's media now. That is social media. If you're not if you're not shooting it out to the globe, especially when you make fractions of a penny, fractions of a penny.
I actually disagree with that. I think marketing is even more so today than it was 10 years ago, highly niche oriented.
I don't know.
Now, I'm not talking big people. I'm not talking Coke and shit like that. I'm talking.
But it seems like anybody, like marketing. Like, if marketing never happened again, is it gonna, like, what's going to change?
I mean, marketing is forever. Marketing is not just business to consumer to like make money. Marketing is how you approach a fucking conversation. Like, literally, it comes down to psychology.
Like, if you're a hammer, everything's a nail, though.
Well,
say that everything can be solved with marketing, doesn't that seem?
Yeah, I didn't say everything can be solved with it. I'm just saying, like, it comes into play way more often than just selling. And to be honest, I think it comes into play way more often than selling.
Say that again.
So I think it's far more important for any business, whether you're an individual or a large company, that you need to understand who you are, who your business is, and more so importantly, how your clientele sees you. The rule of thumb about branding is I don't care how much work you put into your brand or how much you think your brand is. Doesn't matter. Your brand is what people say about you the moment you leave the room. As soon as no one's within earshot and they get to talk about you, that's who your brand is. And like a lot of people will do the research and find that and then just fine tune the brand to that. Because like that's all the work's already done. Now you just got to fine tune it. So if you struggle to be like, okay, we're this, and then everyone doesn't see you as that, and you keep fighting it, you'll never get anywhere.
So like Google reviews are more important than anything that you could ever do.
I've been saying that for fucking
And that's
over
really
a decade now.
Google reviews, Yelp, maybe it used to be Yelp.
Yelp's dead.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who's been fucked over by Yelp. There's been way more people coming out every day.
It's like they come up with like bullshit
Yes.
and they hold it over your head.
It happened to me. I got a 1-star review. Never had a 1-star review before. And it said, we hated the website they made. I was like, I've never made a website outside of my own shit. Like, that's not my business. Look at my website. Like, there's nothing on my website that says we do graphic design or web stuff. And I contacted Yelp about it, and I was like, I think they got the wrong business. They're like, no. Oh, but we can take it off if you sign up for the monthly paid plan of $450 per month.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going nuts. And then I started talking to other friends, other business owners, and they're like, yeah, we get this all the time. Yelp is scum.
Well, shit, I'm gonna get rid of Yelp on my phone then.
I never go there looking for reviews of businesses because I don't trust them. Anyone who's like the top placement of any
They're
reviews,
just shaking you down?
They're paying for it.
Fuck them. I'm erasing them right here as we speak. That fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, they. To be
I
honest,
didn't know it was that bad.
They are. Dude. I actually. Oh shit! I think I deleted it. I got a voicemail from them like 2 weeks ago. They're
Yelp?
like, "Hey, are you still doing wedding videos? You should get on Yelp. We have a great new promotion plan." It's like, dude, you're a review site. The goal is to get people on there. Stop forcing fucking businesses.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Yelp. And remove app. Delete.
Congratulations, man.
Screw you, Yelp.
I went through my phone this week and I got rid of a lot of stuff. I got rid of Spotify, which I know isn't a big deal.
Aren't we on Spotify?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
No, we are
We're on
not distributed.
Podbean.
Our hosting site is Podbean. Podbean creates an RSS and that sends it out to other platforms, such as I don't know. The one I use is relatively new. Pocket Casts. I really like Pocket Casts, but it's like, it sends it to iTunes, sends it to everything else.
I don't know if I have anything on Spotify that I'm really impressed with. I think I switched over when Joe Rogan moved over when I was still listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a nut job. I might as well just get rid of it. I never listened to it ever.
Dude, the big new Spotify thing this past week is they've been pushing ice commercials like crazy, and I've heard a bunch, and it's really disgusting. But people contact tech support and say, "Hey, what's going on with ice? Like, I don't want to hear these commercials," and then the chat streams will immediately end. Like, they won't answer anything; they'll just end the conversation. So tons of people are deleting. And I actually, because I put my music on Spotify and I just took it all off. I deleted my account. I was like, I want nothing to do with you guys if you're going to bend the knee this much. I don't care if people don't listen to me. I want nothing to do with it. And that's the problem is all businesses that we use, again, this was brought up yesterday in our meeting, was where can we go shopping? Like, what business can we go shopping that isn't funding?
Dude, it sucks. Like, when you go shopping for stuff, if it's not online, you just don't get it. You just don't get to have it anymore. Because I try to not do like buy things online. I would rather buy things in person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm traveling all over the Chicagoland area just to find like a toy store or a place to buy books or a place to buy whatever. Like, if you aren't, and it's frustrating. But do you feel like you could have a fulfilling life if you weren't able to buy everything online and stream everything?
Yes.
I wonder if there is like a regressive movement. I know when the Industrial Revolution happened, I know that there was art movements that rose out of that,
Yeah.
So like Streamline was the name of a art movement. Like there was an arts and crafts movement that kind of,
For real?
well, under all of arts and crafts movement was the reaction to industrialization, people making things by hand, the bespoke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Art Nouveau was a reaction to things being made in factories.
No shit. That kind of makes sense now because it feels more like organic and like flourishing.
It was done by hand. It was like,
It goes. Oh, so you think we're going to see?
I would love
some
to
kind
see
of artistic
a
revolution.
more bespoke. I mean, but I think we're kind of seeing it already. I mean, especially like in the music industry, with like all the music that you can get online, that you can have access to from anybody. You can get music from anybody.
But finding it's the problem.
Yeah, but there's still there's lots of art being made. There's
Oh my
lots
God.
of stuff.
There's tons. I would dare say, now I don't know the facts to back this up, but I would easily dare say that we are seeing more art being made now than at any point in his history.
But like finding out like where like the it place
Correct.
is, like, I think for a long time I would look at Etsy,
Mm-hmm.
but like even like Etsy starts to like people steal it and then reproduce it and then it's done. In the past, like there would be an it place, like Paris was an it place.
Right.
Berlin was an it place. Even in America, like LA and New York were it places in like the 60s. London was an it place. Seattle was an it place. At one time, Chicago was an it place. But now like those places exist online and they happen way more often and then just die out. Like there's an efflorescence that occurs, but then it dies right away.
That's a good point. It's kind of like think of it like less as like a bonfire to bring people in, and more of like a pop.
Sparklers.
Yeah, like a sparkler, right? It's like, this is really cool. Okay, we're on to the next thing. Do you think that's because of the attention span of people?
Like people's neural pathways are
Yeah.
either being changed, or like kids growing up have their neural pathways are completely done.
Dude,
I mean,
it's insane.
how short how short it is.
Well,
Yeah.
and then our culture is not only thriving on this short attention span, but we're actually seeking it out now. I think about this all the fucking time.
Where you're like, I mean, when I talk to you and you're, every time I talk to you, you're saying that the edits have to be like 1 second less.
But why? I don't want that, but that's what people want to see.
I mean, but like, you don't have to get, like, there's gotta be somebody who doesn't want that, and I think there is still I mean, have you ever sold anything at a booth at a local art Yeah, you have. Yeah. Cause you've done comic book things.
Yeah.
I mean, like, those places are so much funner than perusing online.
Always better. Cause like you'll never find some of the shit anywhere online, whether it's online or not.
And it's fun to do, and
Exactly.
it's cool, and it's
Yeah.
in person, and it's real.
Yeah.
I would way much rather do that.
So, I mean-
and I would way rather sell on that. But like, and I think like it's harder to steal somebody's stuff
When it's in person.
when it's in person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
are you going to be able to reach people in Timbuktu? No. But like, do you just,
But do you need to?
do you need to? Like, can you just sell enough to pay? I don't know. Like, paying rent is really fucking expensive now, but
That's just going to get worse. And that's the big concern, is if you don't have a wide audience, well, how are you going to get paid when, if I make this drink, right, like a coffee shop, and I would dare say most people will look at a cup of coffee that costs $6 and kind of shake their head going, why? Even though that's what Starbucks charges, and I've never driven past a Starbucks without a fucking line by the drive out. But what happens when that price escalates and your audience diminishes? what happens when that price goes to $10 and now you're only getting a third of the clientele?
So I'll spend money in my community because I know that it's going to the community. But like I had to go to college and like get it beat into my head of like how important community is. I don't think anybody cares. People are like, this one's $1.
That's what most people feel. That's how I feel most people think. Yes.
And I don't get that. I would much rather I go to the local coffee place in town. Sugar and Rhyme.
Sugar and Rhyme. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, not the best drinks.
Nope. But I'll go there because they're super nice.
Yeah.
And they're very positive in the community.
It is what I want my community to be. So I put my money
It is my
toward
coffee
that.
shop. That's where I go.
Bingo.
So I don't know, man. Like I wish.
It's, by the way, that's where we meet sometimes. For our, like, hey, we're going to be at this location for a few hours.
You guys
Come
go
by.
to Sugar and
Yeah,
Rhyme?
yeah.
You guys don't go to Blue Box?
Oh, we've gone to Blue Box too.
Okay, cool.
Blue Box was the first one.
Yeah, that couple that owned that place, R.I.P. They were
Yeah.
like super awesome for the community. There's so many like really cool people in the community that were like really awesome and have just either died or they lost their business. And
Well, like the bookstore owner, that lady in Elgin. Dude, Elgin is such a fucking fascinating town. Amazing people. There's a record store here, but he doesn't sell anything new.
yeah,
Like, I don't know how he stays in business.
I don't know.
But whenever I go there, there's people going in there to buy. And I want to champion that so much. That's amazing.
I mean, it's always going to be new to somebody. Like somebody,
that's great.
there's a kid that doesn't know who the Beatles are right now. You know.
And like the first time they hear it, it's going to blow their mind, and then he's going to go seek it out, and that's wonderful.
And I do think that there is a renaissance of thrift right now.
Oh, yes. That fact came out last week. 35 to 45% of people are now buying most of their clothes for thrift stores.
I know the prices are showing. I've been buying clothes at thrift stores for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm. I can finally fit into jeans at thrift stores, which is really nice.
Yeah, I got to lose weight again so I can fit back in them.
Dude, getting cheaper clothes is so nice.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing. I found a really cool thrift store, and it's just clothing, or it's predominantly clothing. It's like it's on the Illinois border. It was
far away.
Yeah, it's about an hour, but we looked. Heather it was her birthday this past weekend.
Yeah.
And she wanted to have fried chicken.
3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
She wanted to have fried chicken, and she wanted to know what the best place for fried chicken in Illinois was.
This is kind of surprising of her, by the way.
Fried chicken?
Oh, trying something new.
That is true. Well, it wasn't her idea. She wanted someplace local.
Okay.
And we tried a place local, and it was not very good.
Are you talking about the one down on 31?
There was a
25.
There's a chicken place in downtown Geneva that everybody was going ape shit about. Atlas Chicken.
Oh, I haven't heard
Fuck
of it.
that place, dude. It was awful.
Oh, God.
I bought 20 hot wings there.
Oh, and that's your jam, dude.
Yep. They were so bad I threw them in the garbage.
Are you kidding?
I ate 1.5 and I threw the rest in the garbage. It was that bad.
Okay. For the 3 people listening, I need you to understand. John does not throw away meat.
No.
because-
I mean, yeah, dude, when you're poor, like you don't throw food away. Like I physically have such a hard time, physically and mentally have a hard time. No, not physically. I mentally have a hard time.
that arm still slings it
Yeah.
just as fast.
I mentally have a hard time throwing away food. When
Yeah,
you're
well,
poor, you
dude.
can't get rid of food. You just can't. And it was like, but it literally tasted like microwave chicken. It wasn't crispy at all. They didn't put any sauce on it. They asked me to like pick a sauce, and I got the little cups, the ramekins. I got 2 ramekins of sauce for 20 fucking wings. I'm like, what the hell?
That?
And then all it was is just rubbery microwave, like fatty chicken wings.
This is Atlas.
Atlas Chicken.
All right, cool.
Dude, it was,
Man,
and everybody was going nuts about that place. So
It's like
she
we
was,
should have a review site.
she was, yeah, I know, right? I'm going to yell about it or Yelp. I don't know.
I just gotta yelp it out.
Yeah. And so she was really upset that
yeah.
the fried chicken there that she had was not the best. So I searched it online, and if you go to Hebron, Illinois,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
yeah, Hebron, Hebron, there's a place called Crandall's Restaurant that has like an all-you-can-eat
Crandall's.
Crandall, Crandall. Dude, we went in there. We weren't expecting to get an all-you-can-eat. I haven't done an all-you-can-eat in probably 10, 15 years.
Really?
It's not worth the money to me anymore.
Agreed. I can't eat the way I used to.
But the food that they had in there, the fried chicken was very, very good. And it was like, everything was like very German, kind of like a German Irish style. It was like all the food that my mom made me growing up, like all that food was up there. They had like sauerkraut and bratwurst for lunch and breakfast. I was like, okay, yeah. Everything tasted great. Even all the desserts were desserts that my mom and my grandma made. Like if my family,
that's cool.
It was all the food that, because my family lived out further west in northwestern Illinois area, right? So, and it was all that type of food. But so in Hebron, there is
Crandall's.
There is Crandall's.
Oh, there's more to it. Oh,
yeah, because originally we were talking about clothing.
Yes. The thrift store.
Yeah, and it's called Now Hebron Vintage, and it's mostly clothing.
Okay.
Is it now?
Now Hebron Vintage.
Hold on, let me make sure I got the name right.
You know, I don't know why I'm taking notes.
Yeah, it's just called Hebron Vintage.
I'm just gonna put it in there with you, so you
Dude,
can add all
they just had, it was mostly clothing, and like it's a couple that's probably about our age. Is it the vintage? That does clothing, and it's all like handpicked, like really cool shit. Like they must like spend a shit ton of time to just find really awesome stuff, and that's all they have in there. It's not just a bunch of crap.
Okay, so it's Hebron,
It's a little bit. It's a little
new Hebron.
If there's only like a handful of vintage stores in Hebron, and there's one called Grandpa's. So
it's probably not Grandpa's.
Yeah, it's not Grandpa's. It's across the street. Now there is. It's across the street from Grandpa's.
Oh my God, is it really?
Yeah,
That's fantastic marketing right there.
The other corner, there's a Trump store there. There's a Trump store downtown.
Gross.
Super gross. So the place that we went to, very much anti-Trump. 100% anti-Trump.
Good.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I want to lose weight again, and I'm going back to that store for sure.
Don't check your messages. I'm just taking notes.
Yeah. So yeah, Crandall's in Hebron, highly recommend. I told my mom about it, and I told my little brother about it as I'm eating it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. For
Yeah.
real?
I'm like, dude, this tastes just like the food that we had growing up. It's like my grandma's recipes. That's what it tasted like. They had so my favorite dessert growing up was something called a no-bake banana split cake. You don't see it anywhere. You don't like, it's just not a thing.
I've never heard of it.
It's evidently it's like a Germanish type thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
you don't see it anywhere. Like my mom only made it. They had it there. They had a big sheet.
Oh, no shit.
They had a whole sheet of it. And I'm like looking at Heather. I'm like, this is, because she asked me, what's your favorite cake? I'm like, you can't buy it anywhere, but it's this. It's like, you got to make the recipe. My mom would always make it for my dad. That was his birthday cake all the
Really?
time. Yeah. And they had a whole sheet of it. It was awesome. Tasted really good.
Was it as good as you remember, or what did it like?
Yeah, it was good. Everything was pretty good. The fried chicken was very, very good, and the place was very packed. A lot of people there. It is a very popular place. It was like 1,200 reviews, and it's almost
Nice.
perfect. Yeah,
In Hebron.
yeah. When we were talking at the vintage store, they're like, "Well, what brings you here?" And I'm like, "We looked online and saw where is the best fried chicken in Illinois." Like, "Oh yeah, you're at Crandall's."
Oh,
Everybody knows.
okay.
Everybody knows. People come from all over. To go
That's
to Crandall's.
awesome.
So I told Heather, I was like, I also maybe would like to go there for my birthday. Would not hurt my feelings at all.
I was gonna say, like, your birthday is like not close, but
No, we're like halfway or the midpoint.
so you gotta like save up for it. Gotta save up those.
Well,
the
you
calorie.
you're gotta lose those calories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that reminded me, as you were saying, like, because I don't like German food. I remember like you like.
I like American German food. German food is not great.
Thank you. Okay,
Americanized German food is
perfect,
very good.
Perfect. Yeah, like brats. Oh my God, dude! Like a Maxwell Polish, like that is 100% my jam right there. But I remember one day, I think we all got together. All the Los dudes got together and went to a German place, and I remember everything I ate there might have been on the pantheon of some of the worst food I've ever had.
Was it in the area?
Yeah.
Was
it
an actual German place?
Yes. It was like the Bavarian Lodge or something
Oh, you didn't like the Bavarian
Yeah,
Lodge?
that wasn't it.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't like That's some pretty good German food.
And that's wonderful. It just does not sit well with me. Like Indian food is like 50-50 with me. Like some of it is
Yeah.
some of the best stuff I've ever had. And then the other half is like, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, their German food it's definitely its own thing.
There was a stand-up comedian once that said,
Better than British food.
it all over the map of Europe, you have, the fine cuisine books of France, and then you have the encyclopedia cookbooks of Italy, and then you go to Germany and you pick up their pamphlet of cooking. You just move right on.
German food it's like it's comfort food.
Yeah, because
It's not
the place where they were barbarians. They were called the Moors. They
they were not the Moors.
no, I'm sorry. They were barbarians though. Like
Yeah.
Germany was the land of berserkers.
North of there, but yeah. They're the Germanic tribes.
Do you know why they were called berserkers?
They were going fucking nuts, dude.
No, dude, like where the word berserk comes from.
It was them getting drunk, isn't it?
They would eat fucking spoiled fruit and mushrooms, and they would trip, and they would turn into bears.
Yep.
Berserk, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. That word is so much cooler in my like lexicon now.
I'm gonna do shrooms until I turn
into a
into a
bear.
bear.
I think we just got the name of the episode. Speaking of shrooms, wait, real quick. I did want to touch on something real quick. We were talking about short attention spans, and there has to be people who like the longer things.
Yeah.
Highly, and it's actually like a trending thing now. So YouTube, like any of the social media platforms, are a good source to like say what are people actually looking for, right? Because they're not going to put shit out there that people aren't looking for, because they're not going to make money.
The algorithm won't push you.
The algorithm won't push it. So the big thing with YouTube in the past year is YouTube put millions and millions, if not billions, of money into making YouTube like the host of podcasting. Like people are going to YouTube for that short shit or the really long things. Like I can't tell you how many shows I just devour and love that are like 2 hours plus.
Of podcasts?
But
These are the video podcasts?
Well, some of them, but like I watch like Red Letter Media, which is them talking about movies and shit like that. But there's a bunch of channels that do this kind of stuff.
I have a hard time like watching it though, because
I get it.
It's for listening to
But
me.
that's the beauty, is you don't have to watch it. Is for the most
Yeah.
part you can listen to it.
Yeah.
But more people now are using YouTube as an actual entertainment platform than just a quick video or learning thing. So YouTube is actually becoming like the big new entertainment. So like you have it on your TV, family sits down and watches something
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
We do that often.
Yeah.
I'll have like just like I'll use it to veg out sometimes.
Mm.
I love watching the things where they'll like refurbish something. I could watch that forever.
Refurbish.
Yeah, like
What does that mean?
somebody will find like an old rifle
like-
or something in the dirt, and they'll refurbish the whole thing. They'll
Legitimately
like
refurbish.
they'll
Okay.
take it apart, like knock all the rust and everything off of it, repair any wood or metal
Yeah.
or anything, fix all the pieces, and like put it back together so it's working again. I love that. I could watch that forever.
I watched a guy film his day. He was a Japanese restaurant owner, but like he owned the restaurant. It was like the size of like this table. He would just wheel it out to this street, and he'd set it up. And it would take him like 2 hours to set it up and start all the cooking and everything. And he just sat there all night. That might be me. Sorry. Or is it Lowe's dude blowing up? That's typically. Oh, it's Andy. On my way home. I know you have a podcast tonight. Thank you for putting me on the calendar. Okay. But like there was no talking in the entire thing, and it was like an hour long, and I couldn't stop watching every little tiny detail. Like you're talking about, like just going through the whole process. Like he'd wake up, like he'd he'd turn on the water, then he'd wash his hands, then he'd put soap on it, and then like, it just continued down this thing where it's like he started building up his little restaurant, and he put like one little joint in to lock one of the arms up, and then he put another arm, and then he put the ceiling up, and I was just fascinated at every single little thing.
What's ASMR?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Well, kind of.
What is ASMR?
ASMR is focusing more on the auditory sensory something reaction. So basically it's, you can watch it, but you really listen to it, and you're listening to things at such a quiet, high volume that you can hear things like scraping of skin, and it does something to your mind.
Good or bad?
Mostly good. Most people listen to it to relax or to like become fascinated or energized, or there's all kinds of ASMR. So it's no longer just like this one thing. Like in the beginning, it was just people talking like this.
Yeah, that's what I thought that it was.
And they actually make ASMR mics now that'll like hyper pick up free frequencies.
And people, what do people say that they like it for? Like, is it a fetish?
Oh, it like tickles their brain.
Serious?
Yeah, like it literally does something to your brain. Now, ASMR is a lot like rock, right? If I asked you how to, give me a rock band, you'd be like, well, hold on. What kind of rock? Is it hard rock? Is it classic rock? Is it metal? Is it fucking speed? Is it punk?
How long has ASMR been around?
I mean, well over 25 years.
Did it grow with YouTube?
Oh, definitely. I mean, anytime you give a platform to something for it to grow, it'll blow up from there.
I'm gonna look up what the acronym
I remember
means.
DVDs of this shit.
Oh, did they call it ASMR?
That I don't remember. The first time I ever heard the term ASMR was on YouTube.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
There's also mukbang.
Refers to a tingling sensation that starts on the scalp and moves down the neck and spine, often triggered by sounds or visual stimuli like whispering or gentle tapping. That is crazy. Like they can feel it?
Yeah. So the idea of it is like I said, there's all these different kinds of rock, right? There's all these different kinds of ASMR. And you find the one that really connects with you.
But does it specifically have to tingle your neck and your spine?
I wouldn't
and your
think
head?
so. I think it's just as long as you vibe to it, as long as you get something out of
Well,
it.
it seems to water down what the original thing was.
It waters down if you're not feeling it.
I mean, if it specifically is a thing that an audio that causes tingling in your skull, if it doesn't cause tingling in your skull, is it ASMR?
Of course. Well, does it? If a tree falls in the wood, does it make a
No,
sound?
like it's a very specific.
It does make a sound.
No, but it is
We're
a very
arrogant to think that just because we're not there as humans.
You center of the universe piece of shit.
Exactly.
What a piece of shit. No, so like, I mean, if it very specifically says this is the definition of it, is it ASMR if it doesn't do that?
Of course it is.
That sounds dumb.
No, because just because a drug doesn't affect you the way it affects someone else, why would it not be that?
Yeah,
drug?
but it's not a drug. It's a
response.
It's a response.
Which is what drugs do.
Hold on. It's a response that the human body does.
Yes.
So if it doesn't do that response, is it ASMR?
I would say so. I think that you are not affected by this ASMR.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't do the response for anybody,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
that's interesting.
Like, you know how like they called everything sustainable, they called everything green technology, they called everything, they just like give the name out because it's a popular thing. Are they calling things ASMR because it's a popular acronym?
Maybe that was like when HD TVs came out, and like I remember a place in DeKalb that was selling
Everything's
HD flooring.
Oh yeah,
was like, what the fuck are they-
HD floss, HD.
Yeah, right.
HD toothpaste. There was a lot of HD toothpaste.
It's a trend. Oh my God, that still exists. It's a trending thing, right? So I guarantee there is people out there who aren't connecting it the right way or the way it's definably put out there. But then you have like offshoots of ASMR. And like the one I know the most is mukbang. And mukbang makes me insanely anxious. I can't do it. It's really like it grates the back of my neck in a very bad way.
Does grate count as tingly?
I mean, it is. It definitely is, but it does it in a negative fashion. It's mostly people eating.
Mukbang or mukbang?
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
Yeah.
A type of online video where a host eats large quantities of food while amplified. Oh boy, no way. Eating sounds such as chewing, slurping, or a focus to trigger a relaxing. To trigger a relaxing.
So my neighbor at my last house.
No way, Jose.
That's all he listened to.
I can't be in a room with somebody if they're chewing too loud.
And their mouths are open. They're like,
It's this one.
Yeah. That's what it is, but it's way more and sloppy.
Yeah.
You don't eat delicately.
So I have seen this. I've watched like these fat dudes that are eating food, and I'm like,
That's
so
it.
when I'm watching it, I'm like,
Well, wait.
this fat dude's gonna eat all the food
on YouTube? Or
Yeah, it was on
in
YouTube.
a mirror.
It was both. You mean I
At the
could get
same
paid to
time.
do this? No. So it was just a fat dude that was just eating a bunch of food, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna like rate the food, and
That's what I thought it was.
yeah, so he's gonna rate the food,
tell
and
me
he's
what
gonna
this
eat a lot of it because like it was an Asian dude, it was a big fat Asian
They're
dude.
always Asian.
And he had like a table that we're at here.
Yeah,
and he had
just filled.
so more food than that dude could like logically eat. But I'm like, all right,
Logically is perfect.
I'm gonna watch this guy like try and eat all this food. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, this is gonna be. I want to watch this, and then he's gonna tell me what it tastes like, and I kind of want to know what that's like. And they called it ASMR. Mm-hmm. And I had, and that's I guess was one of the reasons why I'm asking you, like, what the hell is ASMR? You're saying it's an offshoot of it. Oddly enough, when I was losing weight, we may have talked about this before, but there's a guy called Beard Meets Food. He's a Scottish guy that does food competitions.
Yes.
And he travels all over the world. He's done some in the local area. Yeah, he's been to he's been to West Chicago. He's been
Oh,
to
real
He's been to
local, okay.
Warrenville. Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah, he goes all over the place and he does these food competitions and he just records himself eating. And when I was like at the height of me losing weight, I religiously watched it
How come? Like, what?
because I
what
couldn't
was
eat.
the trigger?
I couldn't eat.
So you got like the fascination, the fulfillment.
I got the fulfillment of eating by watching him eat.
Fascinating.
It was. I realized I was doing it. I'm like, I have to watch him eat. I'd watch it to the
Wow.
end. Yeah, it was like a really weird thing. I couldn't eat, but I had to watch somebody
Like
else eat.
vicariously eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he was like eating so much food, it was for free for him.
Wow,
And
that's compelling.
so I watched, yeah. And it helped. It helped me lose weight.
Did it like satiate you?
In a way, like I never got hungry. I just like, he was like a really nice guy and I just watched him eat so much food. I think like if it was, here's the thing. I think if it was like something I really wanted, maybe, but like he was eating these ridiculous, huge plates of food that were just unreal. Like he was eating so much food, it was crazy. And like I couldn't, like I knew like even if I ate that, like I physically couldn't even eat it. There'd be no way I could eat it all.
Yeah.
But like I just watched him eat it, and it was cool with me. Like it literally helped me lose 170 pounds. And I was actually writing him. I was writing him a big
you?
long thing, and then I erased it all. I didn't send it out.
I call that the 6-digit dial. When you're about to text someone or about to call someone.
Oh my God, I've done that. There's so many things. There's so many people. Mm-hmm. Think of all the people you wrote out like pages of things to tell them how much you love them or how much you hated them.
Yeah, it's always the ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's always the ends of the spectrum, and then just deleted it.
Mm-hmm. I do that a lot now on Reddit. I'm like, do I need to say this? Do I need to add this to the sphere? You brought up the fact that you were feeling like you got something out of watching this guy eat.
I did. Like, insatiate is a good word.
Satiate. And I'm thinking, like, what other avenues can we literally associate ourselves, like disassociate our physical need for something and put it into like a lived experience by someone else vicariously and get that feeling from. And like in my head, my first thought was, well, I can't think of anything. And I go, well, I watch video games being played all the time. I don't want to play video games.
Especially like that one. You're like, that's really hard. I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Those are the ones I want to watch the most.
Yeah. And I just like watching them to be like, cool.
And I feel like
I never have to now.
Yeah, I never have to now. I don't have to do that.
And that's the satiation.
Yeah.
I remember, what was that? The Last of Us. People went gaga over this game. I did not like it.
No.
I would say the opening 20 minutes is probably the best opener to any video game in history. Possibly TV. I would say like movies. The opener of that game is so good. And then I don't care anymore for the rest of the game. It was shocking how much like that high just bottomed out. So I got about maybe 6 hours into the game, and I remember telling John DeBerg about this. I was like, I don't care anymore. Like I feel like I'm doing a job, and I don't want to do this. And then he goes, no, well, you got to beat this. You got to do this. And I'm like, I don't care. And like, that's such a weird thing. So then I watched someone playing it, and my mind was blown. I was like, this is great. This is so much fun. But like actually doing it myself, it was nauseating. But watching someone do it, I was in rapture. It was so much fun.
Yes. I totally get that. There's I love playing, like watching people play games and they're really good at it. Speedruns, I'll watch speedruns really often.
Yeah. Sometimes they're a little
Especially
stressful.
if it's been something that I've played before and you're like, how
always.
did you do that? Like I'll watch like a lot of Mario Brothers or whatever.
Did you ever watch not Takashi's Castle, Game Center CX?
Maybe.
I think I watched like 100 episodes. I watched one episode a night for like 100 days in a row, and then I was like, look, I need a break, because they were anywhere from like an hour to like 4 hours each, and I was like, I need a break. But it's this older Japanese guy playing games, and that's his job. His job is to play a retro video game and try and beat it.
Yeah, you showed me this guy. Yes, and he's just really nice and persistent.
And I've only seen him like break down once, and then he pulled himself like right out of it. But
Yes.
like he's so positive.
Yes.
And he keeps failing over and over, but he's like, I guess I'll do it again. Or like Ninja Gaiden, you can only play the last level so many times before you have to go back to the beginning. And he's like, well, I got to do the whole thing again. It's like, oh my God, this is when Nintendos get crushed. Like, how are you like not freaking out? It's beautiful. It's amazing.
It is, and it's neat to see that type of positivity. I saw that when I saw like the British baking show.
British Bake Off.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, like Americans are like literally. So when I was stationed in the desert, we would often find bugs and put them in a thing and fight them. That's just the thing that we would do.
Yeah.
And I feel like as Americans, that's what we just do. Is we're like designed to be pitted against each other, and it's gross how much
It is.
Yeah, it's like this.
Roman barbaric.
Yeah, like we're the Spartans. We're the really fat Spartans.
Okay. Ding ding. We got the episode name.
That's the new episode name.
We're the really fat Spartans.
We are like, we're just, everything is. We have guns and we're fat as fuck, and we just want to.
And we're satiated with media. Like,
we just have to eat and we have to ingest and consume products, consume food,
consume media, consume
it's sex, entertainment.
Like, you remember Parks and Rec when the Barakwa guys come in for their sister city of Pawnee?
Yeah.
And they're like, show us where the fattening stations are. Your children here are the fattest in the world. It's like, that's how I view America whenever like I talk to someone outside of America, or when I went outside of America, holy shit.
Yeah, we're fat as fuck.
But it's not just like the chubby factor.
We're giants.
It's the lazy, the sloven, the like everyone.
I don't know if I wouldn't call us lazy.
I don't mean lazy as in like totality, but as a whole, as a whole, if you ask someone to go from here, go walk downtown Elgin. Let's go to the coffee shop, but we'll walk.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do
No
that.
fucking way.
No, they have to get in a car.
Everywhere I went in Austria, people were like, "Yeah, let's just go walk. I'll be there in an hour."
That's
And I'm like, an hour? I got so much to do.
I mean, there's a reason I moved downtown, because I want to be able to walk everywhere.
Nope. I get it. I
That's
honestly do.
And part of that has to do with being like where I was raised. We didn't have any sidewalks or anything, and like to get to anywhere was really far
You're
from where
right.
I grew up.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's been times when I didn't have a car and I had to ride a bike or something, or I had to walk to get everywhere. But my first apartment was in Germany. And like
Oh,
I loved walking everywhere. You can
Hell
get
yeah.
anything I wanted, I could get in that little town. It was
dude,
so cool.
I was the same way in Savannah.
Yeah,
I walked
Savannah's super
everywhere.
old, or old for America.
Yeah, old for America. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Americans know what old is
No,
until you go to an old country and then you just touch a wall and you go, that wall's been here since the 1300s.
yep.
It's like your country ain't been here
Yeah.
half that long.
That part of Germany, I think it's pretty new. I think you got mostly leveled in 45.
So speaking of British Bake Off, I got recommended this. I haven't heard of this, but it's called The Great Pottery Throwdown. It's on Netflix, and my friend says it's extremely similar to the Great British Bake Off, but they make pottery, and it's like it's super positive, it's super uplifting, and
I would watch that.
yeah, I put it on my queue like immediately. So I haven't dived into it yet, but
Is it on Netflix?
yes.
I love just making shit.
Apparently it's older than the Great British Bake Off, but I don't see how.
I would like to see like other art things, sculpture, drawing. There's
that
nothing
type
for
of
architecture.
environment.
There's like one thing on architecture school. There's one.
There's one thing about filmmaking, and it was dumb as hell. But you bring up a very good point. What would you do? You are charged to create a show for architecture, non-narrative, reality-based. What would you do?
So you can't wait, non-reality based?
No, non-narrative.
All reality based. Okay.
Well,
so
as
you
real-
can't, you wouldn't be able to do it with a client unless it was something like American, or what was the motorcycle one that they did on?
I don't know what
They
you're
had the
talking about.
Tuttles, OCC, or Orange County Choppers.
Oh, I don't know this.
Oh, that was really big. It was really big in like early 2000s.
Okay.
Where like they would get paid to do a motorcycle, and these motorcycles are like, $150,000-$250,000. They're commissioning these motorcycles, these custom motorcycles.
It makes sense to put a show around it now, I guess.
So I could see something like that on a smaller scale if you did it for architecture, and like part of the draw was to have the story be told.
Yeah.
But like architecture takes years. Like there's no quick turnaround.
Yeah, totally.
But
Again, another thing that we can correlate between architecture and film.
yes,
Anyway,
yes,
cut.
yes.
Continue. Sorry.
Once like production and everything happens and everything, it does pick up really big.
Yeah,
But,
right.
yeah, and just like with film, like once you're done with the production, you hope to God that it's done. 'Cause it's really hard to undo things.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But I will say, in a studio, architecture studio for school, there is as much drama as you'd find on any theater or stage. There's so much drama going on because it's like you have the professor's gonna, you're essentially like laying down a gauntlet for like the best idea.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a lot of like, everybody's kind of pitting themselves against others. And like, there's groups of people that have different styles, and there's lots of people like opinions that people have,
Okay.
and like vying for the professor's attention.
Do you see a lot of camaraderie in architecture school?
When I was there, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forced it.
Oh, that is so like you too.
I forced it. When I was at College DuPage, there was a lot of camaraderie because the professor like wanted you to be able to talk about architecture. Like she's like, you it's hard to do this if you're not good at talking about it and saying like what you feel when you see it.
Totally get it.
And like sharing it. But when I went to SIU, those people were like ground down and everybody was like to their corners. And a lot of places are like that. People will sabotage, people will do all sorts of things.
What I mean, at that level, you would think you'd want everyone to bolster up and get good.
There was a sign that I saw at my dad's office when we were growing up. It says it's hard to fly like eagles when you're surrounded by turkeys.
Yeah.
I've always thought that. And I remember when I went to SIU, I was like very positive and I talked to people all the time and I convinced people like I did it the way that they taught me to do it at CUD.
Okay.
And the professor, like when it was done, he said, this is the most positive studio I've had in a really long time.
That's sad and nice at the same time.
But like there was like we had some professors there that were like, it's all going to depend on your professors. Like if your professors
Agreed.
want people to be fighting each other,
They will.
they're going to set it up that way.
Yep.
You get professors that have favorites.
Yeah.
You know, they don't like give out their time. I mean, it's hard. Like it's hard to get by and have good projects. Cause you got to remember, like if you're not getting reviews, if you're not getting good feedback, if you're not getting good critiques, it's going to look like a shitty project. And, you know, you're going to, when you have reviewers, and I've been reviewers at SIU, at College DuPage, at other places, you sit down and you're looking at those students' work, and those are all potential coworkers.
Yeah. Well,
You know, potential hires and stuff like that.
Yes.
So like
that's the way I always thought about it.
so when you're sitting there and even if it's not, you know, that's like, that could be a really easy direct hire that you do when you're sitting down on these things, especially like at your senior level, grad school level, stuff like that. Even if it isn't, like that's still months of your time that you're spending on a project. And like, it has to be, is it good enough to be in your portfolio? And you know, your portfolio, especially for your first job, what that portfolio looks like, if you want to be a designer and you want to keep going, what your portfolio looks like is really going to affect your life. So the tension and like there's so much that's like rolled into architecture school. Like people didn't sleep. I would stay up for like 3-4 days in a row.
Yeah.
And just living off of 20-minute naps. My brain would like literally just shut down.
Yep.
Like it's weird. Like your brain, like literally, it's like blacking out.
One of the first things I ever got told at film school was because I was going to pull an all-nighter on like our first project, and a good buddy of mine who was like a year ahead of me, he's like, do not do all-nighters until you have to. And then you learn really quickly, it's like, you're going to do a few per week.
Yeah, dude. I talk to people who are like, yeah, don't do it. You gotta do it. Like, no, dude. Like you only get so much time. It can only look so good. And then like, that's your finish line.
Right.
Like-
you have a deadline.
And yeah, you have a deadline. Like, and if I put in more time, it's going to look better. And I was always the top of my class. I was always a student when it came to design. I was always an A student. I was always well liked by my professors. I was always, and I put in like every second I could. Like that glue was not set when I walked out there because I pushed myself to the limit. And that there's a lot of drama that you can get out of that, you know. If you go to a place where you got a lot of people who are like really pushing themselves, at COD, there was a lot of people pushing themselves really hard, and they're pushing each other to be better. And it was very positive.
Just makes sense to me.
But I don't know. And my COD might be different because, you know, it's just a junior college, but
CO, I mean, you were the one who told me this, but COD is one of those weird
COD's amazing.
Junior colleges, or you know,
The professors are awesome there, though. The one who taught me,
Yeah.
she retired. Actually, I went to her retirement.
Did you?
Yeah, that was earlier this year.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I got to see her off.
That's cool.
Yeah, she moved to Milwaukee. She gave me her info, and she said if I ever in Milwaukee to talk to her.
Wow.
She changed my life. She's awesome. Shane Ostergaard.
I get that.
Yeah.
I totally. Oh, you've said that name
Yeah,
before.
she's a rock star. I love her. She's so awesome.
That's really cool.
She really, really changed my life. Like I literally remember the light going off in my head, and she was the one. Like she's literally trying to beat it into me. I'm like, I tell people, I just walked off a battlefield, and nobody was going to tell me I was wrong. And here's this, you know, 4'10" lady, you know, has got to stand on a milk crate to tell me that I'm wrong. But she was awesome. She was so good.
That's cool.
Love you, Jane. You're
I
awesome.
respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
So I have a groundwork for what it looks like education wise. Before we get I want to know what show you would make. So we have the drama, we have the competition like built in. It sounds like, and it's truth be told, I think that's in any art. But tell me if I'm wrong. So in film, unless you are really anal and you don't want to work with people, you have to work with other people.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Like there's no choice because you can't boom your own fucking
no.
audio. You can't mix your own video while you're directing.
Yeah.
You can't act.
Yeah, you got to collaborate.
You have to collaborate.
Yeah.
Is that the same with architecture school, or is it more like I'm going to design my thing? End of day.
No, with architecture school, it's cutthroat. It's everybody for themselves. You're doing your own
Okay.
thing. So when you do your initial stuff, everybody's going to do the research, and you share research. You share
That's nice.
like the original, like the big model that everybody makes. Like you'll build like a site model or something like that, and everybody does that.
Okay.
But then eventually everybody goes off in their own corner and does things. But like me, like I was, especially like when I was at SIU, and I worked at the architecture firm I'm working at now, back when I was interning. I was really good at like making site models and stuff like that. So I would be the one, I would make it and I'd hand it out to the class. You know, I always shared work like that, just to kind of like, if you can level everybody else up.
So this isn't to suck my own dick. I don't want it feeling like that. But I remember I was one of the last people to leave my building almost every night. My philosophy was I'm paying for this. And
for sure.
I am working on something that I can't afford ever in my life. I was working on $1 million editing systems. It was called Avid Symphony. Okay. By the way, Avid is one of the worst editing softwares on the planet. It's terrible, absolutely garbage, but it is what the industry uses. At the time I was editing it, Avid and Premiere Pro were having a deal made. So Premiere Pro bought all of Avid's stuff. So now Premiere has all the cool shit that Avid can do. And Premiere is epically fucking easier to use and cheaper. So anyway, I was very happy with that. But I was on these systems as much as I possibly could. That when the head of the department would come in and give tours to potential students, I was called the night owl of Hamilton Hall because I was there every night. And because of that, he would also, like the head of the film department would call on me to come into class and be like, teach us why this edit does not work. Because like I want to edit, man. Edit is like, to me, that's solving the puzzle. You can paint the picture all day, but man, putting that together, that's the story. And now I'm really tired of editing. I'm so tired of it.
Really?
Like, I love the art of it, but putting something out just for the fact of putting something out is really disheartening. You know what I mean?
No.
And the other part of that is like when I have a cool project, like you and I did a challenge 2 years ago to make a film.
Yeah.
It's halfway done. But like no shit, I probably have, oh God, I have way more now that I'm thinking about it. I have a lot of films that are halfway or almost done. And there's something in my brain that tells me I can't finish it.
Is that the ADHD?
I don't know, but it's even like, it's my detriment that they're not being finished. I have stuff
because you want it to be perfect.
Yes, but
Perfect is the enemy of completion.
it absolutely is. It's the enemy of a lot of things because done is better than perfect. But then my brain says, well, if it's perfect, then we're going to get that extra boost of like, oh, you did really good. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject here. But I loved being called the Night Owl. That's where I got my first business name.
You told me this story.
Yeah, I thought that was always really cool. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm sitting in the corner, but like people would always ask me like, oh, what's the new codec? My dumbass was just like, it's right here. Just look at it. But they weren't as involved with it as I was.
What's that mean, the new codec?
Oh, so a video has two things about it. It is, think of it as a wrapper, like a gift wrap. Like, you're getting a gift of the video, right? And a wrapper inside. And the gift wrap allows it to get in to certain places, right? So like a red wrapper will allow it to get into a red room, but it can't go into a green room. And what that means is the code at the end, like the MOV or MP4 or AVI, that's the wrapper. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it can't work on YouTube or it can't work on a TV, but it is the first thing all these programs will look at. You'll say like, oh, you're an AVI. We can't play you unless you have an appropriate codec. And the codec is the compressor of the file. So while the wrapper is like, well, here's what it is. It's an MP4, it's an MOV. God, there's tons and tons and tons of different kinds of video wrappers. If you're shooting on your phone, you have an iPhone, right? Mm-hmm. You'll shoot either
HDI or whatever.
HDI,
something like that.
Well,
It's got like a weird one that I can't play on anything else.
Apple is proprietary, which really sucks.
Yeah, especially when you're in construction, you got to share video to other places.
You need to tell everyone to get VLC Player. It's free, 100%, like not even like hack free. It is free. It is the most powerful video player on the planet. It will play anything you throw at it.
That's if my firm allows us to have it, we'll see.
It is day one. Any student I ever have, if you don't have VLC Player on your laptop, we stop the class and you have to download it.
Right then or
because
now.
These idiots, I don't mean to talk bad about the kids, but like what they'll do is they'll go all the way through the semester and to the end be like, I can't play this video. And I'm like, why?
How did you get this far?
Like, how did you get all the way through this class? Oh, because I didn't watch any of the videos before I started editing. Like, that's a huge problem. So anyway, a codec allows the package to get into the room. So it allows it to get into a phone player, like QuickTime. It allows it to be played on Windows Media Player. It allows it to be played on YouTube, on a TV, whatever. The codec is how it's compressed and how much quality it keeps. So, we have this cup, right? If I compress this, is it going to have the same amount of space inside to have as much drink? Like physically, no. But if you can have a compression of this, and instead of compressing the entire thing, you're just compressing elements. So you're actually compressing the actual physical size of this, but the inside is going to remain the same. There are codecs that can do that. So like the one that everyone is glowing about is H.265. And H.265 allows for 4K streaming because 4K is massive data. Massive. For instance, if I shoot on my camera, it's 100 megabytes per second.
Wow.
Okay, that adds up really fucking fast.
Yes.
If I shoot RAW, you're looking about a gig every 20 seconds. Like
Yeah.
it gets insane, right? The data just stacks and stacks and stacks. That's why I have all those hard drives everywhere. So to put that online for you to watch at home, you can't watch that. Like there is no internet available that can access that much data pull. So you have to compress it and hopefully keep the quality high. So that's the big thing about codecs. Like a good codec can do that. Shitty codecs, you compress it, quality goes down.
To go back to your editing thing.
Yeah.
It sucks that you don't like to edit anymore. If that's like you're good at it. You feel like you don't like it because you're not making money with it, or you feel like you're just not getting the views that you want, or like you're not getting
Views don't bother me. A handful of years ago, I kind of told myself to not care about the accolades anymore. Like, I don't care if people watch it or anything. My goal is to make something that is good. And I think once I got overloaded with things to do and everyone I was trying to delegate things out to help me with weren't doing any of them and I had to do everything, it became more of a burden than a joy.
So, and that experience ruined it for you?
I think that was the catalyst. That was like the big thing that just made me go, well, fuck, like I have no one to bounce this off of. And I have, not only do I have to do this one video, but I have to make 30 videos of that one video. And then how am I going to find the time to do anything else?
You worry that the sword's going to get dull?
Not necessarily. I believe in editing, there's two different kinds of editors. There's cutters and editors. Cutters are always looking for what's the new fad? How do you make it look cool? Like, speed ramping. You know what that is?
No.
Where it's like, you start like a normal speed or slow speed, and it goes really fast and then really slow again. It goes really fast and then really slow. Or like, like you're going really fast and then it slows down. It's like in the same shot, the speed changes.
Yes, I've seen that.
There's tons of different types of tricks and edits and things like that. And a cutter is always looking to put that stuff in there because it's fresh, it's cool, it's they think that tells the story.
It's a fad.
It's a fad. This is why you can look at early 2000s. You can look at any decade of film and instantly tell what decade it is, not from the clothing.
The choppy slow-mo of the 90s.
So that came out in the late 90s. Because it was an actual choice. I always thought that was because they fucked up trying to overcrank the footage.
Do you remember it had Robin Williams in it, and they were fighting with toys. Was it just called Toys?
There was a movie called Toys, yeah.
Yeah, with Robin Williams.
Yes.
And the end battle scene was like just choppy slow-mo.
yeah.
And I remember just thinking like, this looks awful.
So if you shoot it 24 frames a second, right? If you slow that down, it becomes choppy because there's no more frames to fill in that space.
That makes sense.
Right? So there's a thing called overcranking. Overcranking back in the day when you had to like actually physically move the film away with your hand, they would just do it faster. And now you had more frames per second. So you can slow it down and there's actually more data there. So now we can shoot 60. You can shoot like 120 on your phone, easy. And it just plays back right.
And you can slow it down.
And you can slow it down. You get that choppiness because there's no other footage to show in that time frame. In the 90s and the early 2000s, this was a highly aesthetic choice.
It's so bad.
Because people thought it made things feel dreamlike. And it's like...
Or hectic.
Yeah. At that time period...
A battle.
Maybe it did. Looking
battle.
back on it now, it just feels sloppy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a much easier tactic and technique...
Would you say like back then those were... Not editors. What's the other one?
Cutters.
Cutters.
No, I think those were editors because the difference between an editor and a cutter is trying to make it look cool. An editor is trying to tell a story through the edit. And like full stop. Like that's their job. Like how you cut, where you cut, when you cut, why you cut, all comes down to telling the story. And if you're putting that much thought into it, now you're an editor. Because you're editing the story. You're not just cutting the footage. This is my belief. This is not like a universal thing. Mm-hmm. This is just me saying like, okay, you're a cutter, you're an editor. I can see the difference in the edits.
Is that a derogatory term to you?
No. I think the way I'm describing it, it can be taken that way. But I think we need both, like epically so. I think without both, you have overthinking. If all you have is editors out there, you have so much overthinking when something just kind of needs to be done. And then the cutters.
Is that like the equivalent of an architect and a draftsman?
Walk me through a draftsman.
Or like it'd be like a nurse and a doctor?
Oh, well, some of the nurses that I've met who like actually know their craft and they're just because they don't have a title.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's ultimately somebody who has to make all the decisions, and like it's like the grand arcing thing, like a director or a quarterback. Somebody's got to make the decisions.
So definitely not doctor and nurse, because I would correlate that with a director versus an editor, because there has to be a choice maker, and that's not the editor typically. You can fight it, you can argue your point, but that it's not
the
your
director
film.
Overrides the editor.
Yeah, and depending on how big the movie is. Sometimes the director has no say whatsoever. It's all producers. Like Disney level, director doesn't say shit. They might think they do, but they don't.
Are producers like project managers? Just big project managers, so the ones that grab the jobs and
executive producers are the big shots. They're the ones who get to like pull their dick out and be like, "This is my movie. We're gonna do it the way I want to do it." and most of the time people just suck up to it.
Because they're the ones that have funded it.
Yeah.
Or have made promises to other people who have funded it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. There's a great new show on Apple TV, by the way.
I really need to get Apple TV.
No, you don't.
Seems like there's like a lot of neat shows that are on Apple TV.
Apple TV probably has the most consistent amount of good quality.
I think that has gone through. Netflix used to have it. I don't really
Not
feel like they
anymore.
do anymore.
Now it feels like they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel with like foreign reality shows and shit, and none of it feels. I mean, I'm glad there's variety because like to me having the variety is amazingly important, but there's also not a lot of quality.
I just finished a show,
What'd you watch?
Ozark.
Oh, you did. You finished. Was it season 5?
It's 4 seasons.
Oh, it's a 4. Okay.
Did you watch it?
No. We've talked about this multiple times.
Did we?
I've watched the first 2.
Yeah. You said Andy's the one that liked it.
Andy liked it a lot more than I did.
Are you going to watch it?
I don't think so.
Do you want me to spoil it?
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, remember when we used to say that shit?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
That took me back just then.
Yeah, right. It is a disturbing ending.
Is it?
It is very disturbing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Walk me through it.
So like the end of every season it gets progressively darker. Like you are shocked and incredibly sad at the depravity that this family is going to go through to save themselves, like to save their family.
Okay.
I think like looking through things, Ozark, in the way that like Breaking Bad was to one man, Ozark is to an entire family.
Okay.
Of like,
that's a nice.
Well, I mean,
comparison.
like young kids, like
Yeah.
10-year-old, and yeah, the
the
kids
boy.
the boy and
I
the daughter
forgot about the young one.
are it like that whole family just becomes dark as fuck.
Really?
And yeah, and it's and like the stuff that they do, like stealing babies and killing fathers and like raising the kid as a prop. I mean, it's like shit that you would never believe. But it gets fucking darker and darker.
Is
as
that
shit.
stuff earned though?
What's earned?
So like a big thing in a good story.
It's earned.
Okay.
It's earned. Yeah. Like
Okay.
it slowly builds up, and like every season keeps getting darker and darker with the
I
shit
don't mind
that
the
they're.
darker and darker.
Yeah.
If it's value based for the story.
I'll say when it gets to the end, they make like. At first, I fucking hated it, and I know Heather didn't like it either. It's like, what the fuck? Like that's the fucking ending.
Oh,
It
really?
was so.
You changed your opinion on it.
Yeah, I changed my opinion on it.
This
Because
is
you're
cool.
like, this is not what I thought. Like, it is not what you want. Like, there's a like they laid it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
But like when the ending finally happened, I hated it, and I watched like some YouTube videos to kind of like see what other people thought and everything, and I kind of rolled around some of the things that I had in my head. And there was one guy, he said something of it was a bunch of black dudes and a white guy. You know, all the black dude said that was a bullshit ending. I hated it. It was stupid. I don't like it. And the white dude goes, "This is the most realistic ending that any show has ever done." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he goes, "The rich white family got whatever they wanted."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like that is,
And
it really is. Like you keep thinking like these people have all this plot armor and they're bulletproof, but they're not. Like that's real life.
I like that.
People with money won. Awful, shitty people, rich people from the Chicagoland area won.
Huh. That's
There was
disheartening, but
there was a point in there where I look over at Heather and I'm like, is this like Republican propaganda? Because I'm like, there's like a lot of stuff
that's
about
unnerving.
like you're really rooting for
Really?
the locals.
Like the
No. I
the
mean,
degenerates?
no. So I mean, the fact that you think that locals are
I
degenerates
don't
is
mean
something
locals.
that's dark.
I'm thinking of the people from the show that I watched, like the people who are raising the Savannah cats and things like that.
So you have the locals who become very endearing in the show, and you have your favorites that are like, I really want
Okay.
these people to win.
Okay.
You know, and you learn about their flaws, and you're really rooting. You start rooting for them.
Yeah.
And then, but the bad guys, like at first, you think the good guys are the people from Chicago,
Okay.
but it's really the bad guys are rich, elite people from Chicago
Okay.
and Mexicans, and
Wait, like-
and they're like Mexican cartel.
Oh, the cartel. I was like, just Mexicans in general. Like
Yeah.
that seems really bad.
And they're up against the locals, the southern locals, and
Okay.
like there's like a tinge of like religion in there every once in a while.
There was definitely, yeah.
And I remember like thinking like, is this fucking bullshit propaganda? But like, no, it isn't. Like, it's just politics. It's just like the way that they did the politics and everything. I thought it was very clever.
Okay.
Looking at it at the end, I thought it was really, really good. Only 4 seasons. It was as long as it had to be.
I was gonna say, is it like a good 4 seasons, or is it like, well, they
Nope.
stretched it out a little bit?
Nope, it was a good 4 seasons.
nice.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I tried to say as much as I could without ruin. Like some of it was ruined, but I think anybody could listen to that and watch it. I highly recommend.
I mean,
watching it.
it also doesn't ever feel like it's going to be like a happy
Nope.
day.
Nope. There is a dark. I think like when you watched Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
they had like tinges of color over
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Ozark is always dark.
It's got that heavy blue.
Yeah, and they actually used the filter. Like they at the very end, they did like a half-hour show called like saying goodbye to Ozark.
Okay.
and they showed them filming, and they had these huge black screens that like made up. It almost made it look like a cloud all the time when they were filming.
Yeah. It's called Duvetine.
It was bigger than your house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
They had them like on cranes, and
Yeah.
they just put them over the top of the whole set.
Yeah, Duvetine doesn't allow light to go through. So you control the light more, and outside you need a massive amount of it. Like we do it inside like small studios, and we still have to bring so much. It's expensive as shit.
Yeah, it's just a huge like black.
Yeah.
It looked like I mean they showed it really far away, but it looked like the same material that you'd see on like a trampoline. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that, where it's like
Yeah.
shiny and
Yep. Yeah, it was shiny.
not like glossy, but like literally it reflects light like back
Yeah.
away.
Show was great.
Good,
So,
good.
I highly recommend it. Again, it's just, I mean, people like watching depraved people, and
And I don't get it.
well, I guess like the thing is, you go on the story and your heartstrings get pulled because it's good to like learn. Like you think that people are good, and then you see that the writing had like played tricks and stuff. The writing's good. The writing plays tricks on you to like make you like people and then
Okay.
not. And
That reminds me of Worm, where like you went into Worm thinking there was good versus bad, and then it like really goes into it. It's like there is no good or bad. Like everything is shades of gray.
yes, yeah, that's Ozark is just all gray. All of it's
That's
gray.
cool. I mean,
I think
like
at the
that.
end there is a definitive black and white thing, kind of at the end.
I mean, moral ambiguity and moral concrete is pretty important.
I think like as far as like the look of it and like the choices that they made in like some of the final scenes, like it just I wouldn't call it ham-fisted. It just seemed like it was the most obvious answer. Like it was the obvious thing to do, and it worked out really well. So
Okay.
Ozark was good, and we just started The Good Place.
Oh, that's right. You said you were going to. How far are you into it?
They're only 20 minutes a piece.
Yeah,
there's only
their sitcom.
there's only like 4 seasons. And shit, dude, we went through like, and there's only like 12 episodes in a season. We went through 4 or 6 in not much time.
Yeah.
It goes by really quick. So,
Are you liking it?
did you finish it?
Oh yeah.
I think we just found out that one dude is not, in fact, a monk who's not talking.
Jason?
Yeah, and
Jason's hands down my favorite character. Well,
he seems very fun.
there's more people coming up, but
Very chill. So
I love Jason.
yeah, I think Heather and I are like, we fucking totally needed a palate cleanser.
It is definitely a palate cleanser.
Yeah, we needed a palate cleanser for sure.
Yeah, especially after that heavy.
The premise of that, I was not expecting that. I thought The Good Place was anything but what they said it was, about a girl that like when they start me like you're in heaven or you're in the good place and you're dead and all that stuff and find out that she's actually a shitty person. Like, no, had no idea what it was about. We went into it totally.
It gets better.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good from what we've seen.
It gets better.
That's what everybody says.
Like they knew what they were doing when, because I think that's Greg Daniels, maybe.
I don't know who that is.
The guy who did Office and no. The guy who did The Good Place
guy who
is
wrote-
the same guy who did Pushing Daisies.
He wrote The Office. It's the guy that played Mose on The Office.
Yes.
Yeah. Parks and Rec. He wrote Parks and Rec.
Oh God, is it Parks and Rec? I thought it was the guy who did Pushing Daisies and I think Dead Like Me.
Oh wow.
But yeah, those
Dead Like
two-
Me is another one I'd like to go back to. I don't know if they ever finished it though. Oh, they did the movie. They did
the
the
movie. Doesn't finish anything.
No.
Mandy Patinkin doesn't come back. And then all the questions that get laid out.
Yeah.
They basically say, "Oh, those doors that just appear that like were like a giant part of season 2. Yeah, they just appear." I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like that's like they didn't do anything. The
Dead Like
movie
Me
was useless."
Dead Like Me was such a great premise.
You knew they were slow burning that story for like 8 seasons of planning, because like I loved Reggie, the little sister, and how she would collect toilet seats.
Yeah.
And like I loved her arc, because like it wasn't until season 2 where she started becoming more like,
A weird kid.
well, I mean, less of a weird kid, but more of like she's understanding who she is. And I was like, she didn't even get to the understanding part yet. Like I wanted to watch her whole arc. Everything, that show was so
That premise
well
was so
thought
cool.
out.
Yes.
And instead they did a Monster of the Week thing, and that always turns me off.
Well,
It was a
the Gremlins were like a constant thing, and that was also like the story of where the Gremlins came from. I thought was really cool, and that eventually got turned into a thing, which is neat. It kind of changes everything, like who the Gremlins are.
Yeah. I just wanted more.
Agreed.
You know, like it was a beautiful premise. Like it was probably one of my favorite all-time pilots.
Yeah.
Of all time. That
Oh,
first
yeah.
episode, woof.
Yes.
Damn, was that good.
That was a good first episode.
I watched something. I watched two things this week.
Yeah.
I watched The Black Six. I collect lost films. Like, I got a double feature Blu-ray of a movie called Black Shaolin and Black Six, and they're blaxploitation films from the 70s. I love blaxploitation films because basically they're like the independent film world before independent film was even really a thing. Like they have no budget, they have no studio backing them. They had to do everything themselves, and it's just it's awesome the amount of shit they get done. If you've never seen Blackula, watch Blackula. It is actually jaw-dropping how much they got done in that film.
Well, didn't they use somebody else's set?
Yes.
Yeah.
Either the director or the DP was working on a Hammer film. Hammer is like high-end class. That's like Shakespearean level horror stuff, but high money. So they were working on a Hammer film, and then at night, he just propped open the door and let his film crew in, and then they shot their film at night. So they had like epic sets and like epic costumes to play with, and they really chewed the scenery in the best way. Anyway, that movie caught me off guard because I went into it expecting to laugh, and Blackula is way better than I thought it was going to be. Blackenstein, no, different story. So anyway, Black Six, it is the first all black motorcycle gang movie, and
Is it based off a true story?
it feels like it could have been, but it's not.
Because there is a German biker gang called Bad Seven.
Oh, I mean, no, I will say this is probably not the same thing.
Okay.
So Black Six, it was a 35 millimeter. He shot it on 35 millimeter, which is pretty amazing. But it never got released to anything. It played in theaters, and it never got released to VHS or DVD or anything. And they the company that restored it, there's only one existing copy in existence of this movie. So like there are parts of the film that are missing. And it's just like, they'll be in the middle of a sentence and then they jump to the end of the sentence just because that piece of film doesn't exist anymore. So as soon as you understand that this is the only print of this ever, you immediately look at all those flubs and all the scratched film and stuff and go, I don't care. I get to watch a movie that didn't exist before yesterday, And the movie is, I like bad movies. I like laughing at bad movies. I laughed one time at one sentence and the character said the same thing I said. And I was like, oh, they're very self-aware. I am in for this now. It was a group of 6 black guys, which, by the way, all real NFL football players, because there was a strike that year and they all needed money.
Awesome.
So they made them, including Joe Green.
What?
Yeah. It's this group of six bikers who are traveling the country because that's what they did. They got back from Vietnam. They didn't feel like they were part of the world anymore. So they just travel the country together. And they stop and do odd jobs when they need to eat or sleep. And they stop at this old white lady's barn to bale her hay. And they're just having a great time. And there's this one guy who's just holding the goat. And I just started making fun of him. I'm like, what's he doing with a goat? And he says the exact same thing in the movie. He's like, what am I doing with a goat? I'm like, oh, I'm in. I love this. And it's just these guys like making fun of each other trying to bale hay. Like they're trying to lift it up and it's really heavy. And then Joe Green just goes and grabs it and throws it. And then they all have dinner in this lady's dining room. And she makes them dinner. And she's like, it sure is nice having help around the farm since my husband died. And, they're wildly polite. And it felt a little like too washed down.
Yeah.
Trying to make that point. But
like a little Uncle Tomish.
Yeah. But not in a negative way. Because, the audience is a black audience. It's very apparent. And then, like, when they leave the next morning, they're cordial. They're saying, thank you so much. And then, the lady was saying, well, no one's been able to fix my barn in 10 years and blah, blah, blah. And then as they're driving away, a mailman comes up and he goes, there were Negroes in your house. And she's like, shut up. And she looks at her barn and it's completely fixed. So, like, they stayed up all night to fix her barn before they left. So like automatically this is the save the cat, right? Like we love them just because they treated a stranger so well.
Was this the first act?
Oh, this is the first scene.
Okay.
Yeah. So like as the story progresses, you learn that one of the characters' brothers is murdered by a gang of white bikers. And it becomes kind of like a cat and mouse thing where like the other 5 motorcyclists of the gang are like, look, we are not doing anything illegal. We were not doing anything violent. We've seen enough violence in our lives. That's not what we want. We will help you when you need help, but this is not our war. And he's like, oh, I completely understand. Like, this is my family, and I'll call you when I need you. And like everything about it, it never felt ham-fisted. It never felt like shoving this story into the audience. It just felt like, okay, that kind of get it. And everyone had a motive, which was shocking for this.
For the amount of people?
For the era. Usually you make a schlock action movie like this and you just go, oh, then bad guy in town, gotta go beat the bad guy. But like the main guy, Bubba, he didn't like fight people. He would actually like talk to people. And he'd try to like reason his way through things.
This does seem like it is going to lead itself to like a 7 Samurai.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
So as the story progresses, my brain goes, oh, I've seen this story 1 billion times before. This is Walking Tall. This is every story about a guy coming back to his hometown and a bad gang is taking over everything and they got to stand up for the little guy. It's every fucking movie. But it worked. It worked really well. And the end, when the final battle happened between the black gang, who all, came together to be like, okay, no, like they are doing wrong. We need to stand up for justice. And then the white gang who were just
comically evil.
Like there is never a doubt in anyone's mind who the bad guy is in the movie. But the end John, like the fight is going really well because you're like, you actually feel for the moment. You're like, I want them to win. And then this one guy on the white gang drives up the hill to talk to the boss of the white gang. And he says, well, they killed blah, blah, blah. We got to go down there and help. And he goes, oh, you know what to do. So like he lights a rag on fire and puts it in his gas tank and like he drives down. And that's the end of the movie. And then like a couple motorcycles explode, but you don't see any bodies and you don't see the repercussions of the explosions. And then the explosions fade to black. But over the explosions, it cuts to each of their faces of the Black Six from throughout the movie and it has their name.
Does it say what happened to him
No.
afterwards?
The last thing that's said is, it's actually a really cool, like, I want to read the actual thing because like I read it and I was like, that's actually really cool because like it brings us back to what we were talking about earlier about like community and building up community rather than like owning it like just for yourself. But yeah, there's like this, like the last thing they say on the screen.
Does it have to do with the Black Panthers?
No, which by the way, I've been reading more about the Black Panthers. They seem like an amazing group.
They were a community of people trying to help each other with guns.
Yeah, but educatedly.
Oh yeah,
Like they really cared
that
about their
Huey?
community.
Huey Newton when he had a law degree or he was in law school.
So
That's why they killed him.
oh shit. Of course, it's not saying it now, but anyway, it said like if there's ever like if you ever hassle a brother, know that we will be there. And I thought that was like really cool because
Set him up for part 2 for sure.
I mean, it definitely was, right? But even though we don't know what the fuck happened to him in part 1, it just ended. But like, it didn't feel like we'll get revenge or we'll come hunting for you or we're gonna fuck him up or something like that. It's like, no, if you are being hassled, you will have help. And it was such like a cool, like a moment of like Zen almost. Like here you have soldiers coming back from a war where they weren't respected, at least especially in the media. Black people, black men, black bikers already being ostracized by most of America, or at least white America. And then you have like this positivity until the very end. And I just, it caught me off guard how much I liked it. It was really
It
cool.
wasn't a revenge film.
No, it wasn't a revenge. Like at the end, there was the revenge. Like we got to stand up for the good thing and blah blah. But it was never like you killed my brother, so I'm gonna kill you. It was like, it was never that.
It was defending.
It was defending. Yeah, because like okay, here's all these other people that you are attacking. Well, I'm gonna make sure you don't do this again. That was it. It was far more compelling than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm sure like they had, especially at that time, probably had kind of toe the.
See, but you don't. Not in the blaxploitation films. Their audience was a black audience. They weren't trying to get mass theaters. They weren't trying to do it. I mean, of course, everyone wants to.
I'm sure they wanted a positive message though.
Yeah,
They,
but like
wanted to show a positive message,
that shit doesn't always come off in blaxploitation though.
but it did this time.
It absolutely did. It was really interesting.
But it never went to theater.
Oh no, it was in the theater. It just wasn't mass.
Oh, I
like
got
it
you.
played in black communities, probably New York, 42nd Street,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. But the other movie I watched the Chainsaw Man movie.
Okay.
Dear God, have you watched Chainsaw Man? By the way,
Like the cartoon?
yes.
I started watching it and then I got pulled off. It's hard to watch things that I want to watch when I'm married, and it's like one of those things where I got to watch it at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Is it good?
It,
Incredible.
I know you don't like anime,
I like some.
but the things that I have said, John, I think you will like this. You have come back with a positive review. You liked Death Note.
I never watched Death
I
Note.
thought you did.
No.
Okay, you liked One Punch Man,
Yep. Golden Boy.
Golden Boy. Now, this is not that well deep. Like it's not like a thinking kind of show. Like One Punch Man is a very like, oh, you're seeing the action, but there's like tons of underlayers that they're really touching on. Chainsaw Man doesn't have that. Chainsaw Man gives you a fantastic character study. And at the same time, every episode is doing movie level quality animation. The amount of money they put into this is insane. It is chef's kiss. It might be one of the best shows of all time. The TV show. It's only 12 episodes so far.
Does it end?
No. Like there's much more story. But you can only do so much. So you do the 12 episodes, and I will send you. I found a 40-minute breakdown of the opening animation song and how deep that goes, and like how much symbolism is in just the opening animation. And like the guy who made the manga, the story, is a huge fan of American films. So there's American film references left and right.
Oh, interesting.
Like just insane. But they're not blatant. It's not like the dude standing there with a white Russian. It's the main character shining a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Like
Liam and me, we gonna fuck you up.
yeah. So like there's tons of that, of like all kinds of movies throughout the whole thing, right? It is beautiful. When I say the movie makes the TV show look like a child's cartoon piece of shit, I want that to sink in.
Is there a movie?
Yeah, that's what I just watched. I watched that.
The movie's better than the TV show.
Now, you have to watch the show because literally the movie takes place like the day after the last episode.
So I got to watch 11 episodes.
12 episodes
12 episodes and a movie.
in the movie.
Okay.
So the movie is a slow burn, which is not normal for action anime.
Especially after 12 episodes.
Especially 12 episodes of insanity.
Okay.
You know how Worm just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yes.
Chainsaw Man does that in 12 episodes.
Okay.
It, like, before you even know it, you're on a completely fucking different plane. And it is so good. And actually, like, I've watched the entire show 3 times now. And I thought there was a lot of action in it, and there's not. But when the action happens, it is like, put your fucking phone down. I need to watch every moment of this. And literally, it's a dude who can turn into a chainsaw.
A chainsaw made of chainsaws.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got like a chainsaw head. Feet.
It is remarkable. And like, as soon as it happens, there's never that moment of like, well, how does this work? Like, how does no, it never happens. You just go, I'm in. But the movie makes the show look like it was fucking nothing. It was, I had my mouth open for the whole thing.
But you have to watch the TV show.
You have to. You absolutely have to. Because otherwise you're not going to know any of the
Why
characters.
did they do the movie? Is it done then?
No. So it's very normal in anime, like the big anime, to do movies in between seasons.
I wonder why they would do that.
Make more money, and like literally different teams work on them. I mean, like Dragon Ball did that. Dragon Ball had
They had movies?
like 20 movies.
I didn't watch
Plus
anything.
the OVAs, which are the original video animations. But like outside because the TV show of Dragon Ball was, well, like 800, 900 episodes.
I don't like things that just go forever.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I agree. Trust me, I
Is Dragon Ball still going?
No, well, kinda, yeah. Because after Akira Toriyama died,
Who won?
well, now it's. I never watched Super. There's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. We Got a Power, Dragon Ball GT. And Dragon Ball Kai was actually just a retelling of Dragon Ball Z. Like they just like made it look better, like just redrew it. Mm-hmm. And then Dragon Ball Super is like what happened after. And then they just said Dragon Ball GT never happened. Because Dragon Ball GT was not Akira Toriyama. That was somebody else came in and said, I want to do my own version.
That's not canon?
That's not canon.
So who won? Who got all the Dragon Balls?
You constantly get the Dragon Balls, like all the time. They get them all the time. You make a wish and then they scatter.
That's all that it was? You just got to fight people to collect all 7?
Well, no, you don't fight people to collect them. Typically, you only collect them if someone dies or like something horrible happens.
But you need to get 7.
Yeah, you got to get all 7. And then there's There's different kinds of Dragon Balls. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
What kind of wishes can you get? Can you wish for more wishes?
I don't know. I do know that there's
How often does that happen?
what the wish
Yeah.
in canon. I think like every few years because
Somebody
you got to
gets a
track them
wish.
down.
And it takes multiple seasons.
Well,
How many seasons were there?
a lot. Well,
100?
so no, because in Japan, before a certain era of time, there weren't really dedicated not for shonen like that level. They didn't do seasons. They just did. You just keep going. Like a season could be 100 episodes or 200.
What?
Yeah.
How long is an episode?
22 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad. But still 100?
Oh yeah,
And how many was there total?
a lot.
Oh my god.
Um,
And nobody knows who won?
nobody.
Somebody had to have won, right?
Who won the Dragon Ball?
Yeah, like who got all the things?
Why do they keep fighting if no one's gonna win?
Yes, exactly. Is this the difference between Eastern and Western culture right here?
Basically, yeah, right there.
Like we're gonna it's about the trip and we're like, who won the goddamn Super Bowl?
Well, I'll let
Can you imagine if Super Bowl happened, nobody won? Bedlam. That would make America break.
I think it would be wonderful. Everyone got
nobody
to
won?
Play.
Yep, see, and that's not Western culture.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Nah,
but
yeah,
I love whatever is.
America hates participation trophies.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what was always shitty is that the old assholes saying shit about participation trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the ones handing out the participation trophies. The kids were just like there playing, and then somebody handed them something, and then you're going to be a dick because you handed them something and they liked it. Who the fuck? I wonder what happened to those people. I wonder what they grew up to be.
So we'll drink to truth and sanity and whiskey by the glass. We'll drink to boots that march ahead and not stuck up their own ass. We'll drink to folks with common sense and eyes not full of scum. And when the toast comes round again, we'll drink to all the dumb. There's flags upon their pickup trucks and hats of crimson red. They scream about their freedom while it leaks out of their head. This country's built on killing kings and we call them hero. I've met smarter dog turds and they don't quote Ben Shapiro. So we'll drink to truth and sanity and whiskey by the glass. We'll drink to boots that march ahead, not stuck up their own ass. We'll drink to folks who read a book, not suck their thumbs for fun. And when the toast comes around again, we'll drink to all the dumb. They say they're patriots, they claim they're just awake. But every post is QAnon and every smile is fake. They worship billionaires who'd spit into their soup and follow orange con men like they're sniffing glory from the poop. So we'll drink to truth and sanity and whiskey by the glass. We'll drink to boots that march ahead, not stuck up their own ass. We'll drink to teachers, nurses too, not right-wing rage and guns. And when the toast comes around again, we'll drink to all the dumb. Now Marjorie and Boebert, they're the queens of empty noise, screaming from their podiums like drunk suburban boys. And every time that MTG opens up her jaw, I swear I lose a brain cell, friends, it ought to be outlawed. So we'll drink to truth and sanity and whiskey by the glass. We'll drink to boots that march ahead, not stuck up their own ass. We'll drink to brains that haven't fried beneath the Bible's thumb. And when the toast comes round again, we'll drink to all the dumb. But here's to all the thinkers, the fighters and the kind, To those who speak with heart and wit, not propaganda's grind. And if you ever feel alone, just raise your glass with pride. There's still some bloody sense left, and we'll drink till it's revived. So we'll drink for truth and sanity, and whiskey by the glass. We'll drink to boots that march ahead, not stuck up their own ass. We'll drink to love and facts and friends, and kicking out the scum. And when the toast comes round again, we'll drink to all the dumb. We'll drink to all the dumb.
I don't know if you want to end it there or not, but that's like, it's, God damn it, that was too thick. Do you want to end it there?
We can.
Okay.
I gotta go
I was
pee.
like that. Like, we didn't talk about politics at all. You just like, oh, I'm going to shove my dick right in the end here. I was so on a roll too, because like actually like all week I was planning on coming in here and just being like, oh, John, how was your day? And as soon as we hit record, I was be like, did you see what the fucking ice did?
I know. It's all fucking ridiculous.
Oh, they fucking tore down half of the goddamn White House. I was just gonna like rattle shit off. I've been saving shit all week for it. And then we get on a good conversation. Like,
Yeah. No, that was like incredibly eclectic. That was a very eclectic episode.
They mostly are.
That one was a good one.
That
like
was-
because we didn't do
It
any
felt,
like
it felt more real.
yeah, it felt very real, and it didn't feel like we went on like any fucking
Tirades.
yeah, no fucking Trump tangents.
Trumpgents. Did you see the naked photo of him going around right now?
Because he got a huge dick.
No, it's really small.
Yeah. So it's a lifelike photo.
So it's probably real. People are they're automatically saying it's like, okay, this is obviously fake, but it'll still piss him off. And like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like epically.
yeah.
But why aren't
If he's posting things of him shitting on other cities,
I
Oh,
am
fair game.
disgusted and
you
shocked.
orange fuck.
But like, why aren't we doing that to the other? Why aren't we doing that to Stephen Miller? Why aren't we doing that to Mike, fucking Speaker of the House?
Hegseth?
Like, I fucking Hegseth. Why aren't we doing this to Hegseth? Why aren't we doing this to like all these other people who deserve it? Why is it just focused on Trump?
Because we feel like that if we cut off the head,
But you know that's not anywhere remotely true.
he's the fruit.
Yeah.
And I do think that he is purely a narcissistic person, and people are taking advantage of him.
Yes.
I 100% believe that.
Yes. He is not the one making these decisions. He is just being stupid.
Yeah, and I think he's easily manipulated, and I think everybody essentially knows that.
Do you see all these fucking foreign dignitaries and shit buying him shit and
Yeah,
being like,
Argentina gets $40 billion. I'm sure like he said something nice about him. Like that's all it takes.
did you hear his argument about that? It's like people are dying there. Motherfucker, your citizens are dying and being ghosted because of your decisions.
He doesn't give a shit.
No, of course not.
He only wants to be president for the people that voted for him. He doesn't understand the presidency or human decency.
No, not at all. Or decorum, which was my big fucking argument back in October.
The darkest and shittiest people have bubbled to the surface and are steering the ship. And yeah, Stephen Miller is a scary fucker. Like if you and I get arrested, it'll be at his.
I agree.
It'll be his thing.
I was telling that to Andy last night before we went to bed. I'm like, look, if anything happens, you need to shut the fuck up and take care of the family, because they'll take me first.
Yeah, it's pretty fucky, huh? I mean, I don't see anything happening right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It'll pop soon. You hear them talking.
Yes.
Stephen Miller did it 2 weeks ago. He said something and then froze.
Oh yeah, when he did the.
He said like he had like total control.
Yeah.
And he should have total control. It's like whatever the word was like complete and utter control of everything.
It started with a P.
And then he stopped talking and he just stared. Like I was watching his ear to see if it would twitch or something, to see if he had an earpiece of someone going, shut the fuck up. That was a meeting. We don't talk about that. but like he just went dead. He looked like he fucking froze, and if he wasn't like moving, I would have thought it was a frozen feed. But he was silent for like 12, 15 seconds, which is a long time if your job is talking.
And then the news covered for him. That's
yes.
Like, that's the other thing. Like the news covering for like obvious bullshit because of either fear or decorum, and all of the poor people who just love him. It's so crazy to me.
I am in awe that he still has, not he, I'm sorry. I need to stop saying that. Please know that anytime I say Trump, I mean all of them. Because we can't focus on the fruit when the tree is growing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested in reading a book about like denazification and like the process that happened there.
I downloaded 2 audiobooks about this.
About denazification?
Yeah, kind of.
One of Heather's friends is reading a book about denazification. I'm reading a book about South America. It's called America.
Okay.
And it's just about like the history of South America and how it's essentially been affected by U.S. policy, and or like just how South America and North America. It's mostly about how South America has been affected from the beginning to the end. You know, and they're starting with conquistadors and just kind of working their way forward. And they were talking about like a lot of the stuff that happened with the conquistadors in Spain ended because of the Spanish Inquisition, which I think my next book is probably going to be about the Spanish Inquisition. That's very interesting because it sounds like the Spanish Inquisition was actually a country failing. I never knew
Really?
that. I always thought
I
Spanish.
thought it was religious.
Me too, but like they used religion as a way to sugarcoat. It is very interesting
No
how
shit.
even back when the conquistadors were there, how religion was used as the wrapping to just justify absolute horror.
Do you think it would be advantageous, because you're reading and doing a lot of research on specific topics and books, and like you're going down these rabbit holes, but you're going down them relatively quickly. I can't read anymore, man. Like I just get so fucking tired.
Audiobook.
I
A lot
know.
of it's audiobook, but
But
I have like a mandatory 2 hours a day.
Oh.
So it's, you know, and I drive, I gotta go to Indiana and I'll be in a car for 6 hours, but unfortunately I'll be in the car with somebody, so I won't be able to listen. I hate renting cars. I hate it.
No, I'd rather be alone.
Me too. Not that I'd rather be alone, I'd rather be in my own car.
Always. I never understood the renting thing. Just let me do my own thing.
They want me to rent.
Of course they do, because it's cheaper.
They don't have to pay me. I'll pay for my own fucking gas. I think it's safer to be in my own car because I'm used to driving it.
Yes,
And I have like all my own shit.
but it's cheaper. That's why they do it.
They don't have to pay me.
No, not you. They pay for the car. Technically, legally, they do have to pay you for mileage for work.
Yeah.
So anyway, would it be advantageous, even when you're here, that you could do like a little mini podcast? Like, here's the book I'm reading. Here's what I learned. Here's how I'm, implementing, or here's what I'm taking from it. And just have you. I mean, if you want me, I can be here to like prod you on, but like, you're pretty good once you get going. But like we could release something just of that.
I'd like to do that. I got to take notes
I mean,
to like kind of remember all this shit.
it would be beautiful to do like a full-on book report kind of documentary about each book, but like you just giving any information out there, even if the fucking podcast is 5 minutes, you're giving information to the world that, and I can put it up on the YouTube channel then.
I gotta go pee.
Yeah, go fucking go.